Microsoft is launching a new artificial intelligence initiative this morning that the tech giant says will help save lives. It's a $40 million program called AI for Humanitarian Action. It aims to speed up new AI solutions in 4 areas: disaster response, needs of children, refugees, and displaced people, and human rights. Microsoft says AI technology will help anticipate, predict, and better target response efforts in these areas. Microsoft President Brad Smith is here for an interview you'll only see on CBS This Morning. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
So explain how this works. How does AI address these humanitarian challenges?
Well, it's really a powerful tool. You take something like sudden infant death syndrome. Thousands of children die every year, but we don't fully understand the cause. Using more data and machine learning, we should be able to make faster progress by working with nonprofits. Take something like a famine, being able to better predict where famines are going to break out. Using machine learning, better data, we can move food to people so that we can avoid the kinds of deaths we read about all too often. Those are just 2 of many examples where nonprofits have great expertise and data science can make them more effective.
So does the money go into just buying more machines and hiring more people to analyze the data? Is that basically where this first begins?
Well, fundamentally, what we are doing is teaming people in nonprofits who have great expertise in addressing many of the world's great challenges with new technology to provide them with technology and technology tools, and data science experts. We'll provide them with financial assistance, but I think in many ways the people, the expertise, the technology itself will be more powerful.
Brad, you have said that society, that we really need to wake up to when we think about the benefits and the perils. A lot of people are still very afraid of AI. What concerns do you have?
Well, it is a powerful technology. We need to ensure that as we empower computers, in effect, to make decisions that have always been made by human beings, that these are decisions that are made ethically. So you take something like facial recognition. It can help identify criminals. It might find a lost child, but it has error rates.
I hear it doesn't work so well for people of color and women. That's a problem, Brad.
It is. The error rates are higher, and so we and others are working to reduce the bias. We don't want to see this technology deployed before it's ready. We don't want to see it deployed in ways that might, for example, discourage people from going to a public space, expressing their views. It's important that there be rules of the road. Only if there are common rules for those of us in the United States and around the world are we really going to ensure that this technology is used in a way that I think the public is going to feel comfortable.
When we talk about artificial intelligence, Wired came out with a piece that said only 12% of the leading AI researchers are women. What does that lack of diversity mean for AI development?
I think it's a huge issue. Because we need to ensure that artificial intelligence works for everybody. And it's really a 2-part solution. I think in part you need data sets. So if you're looking at photos, you have to have photos of everybody. But I think your point is also spot on. We need the people who create artificial intelligence for the world to reflect the diversity of the world. If they don't, they're probably going to miss some problems that we actually need to catch.
Can I just pull back then for a minute, too, and then talk about Microsoft, your company? I recently sat down with the FBI director, Chris Wray, and one of the really interesting things that he told that I think many people don't realize, I know you know this, is that China is our biggest counter-intelligence priority through the hacking. And how is Microsoft dealing with that, and have you seen that from China?
Well, I would first say cybersecurity is it's almost job one these days. For every consumer, for every business, for every government on the planet. That's why we make it such a priority. It's why we're rolling out new security features even today. There are plenty of governments that are worried about each other these days. I don't think that this is a problem that one can use to point at a single government. I think it's one that we need to think about from a global perspective. We need stronger technology. We need people to implement the technology we provide. And we also need stronger international laws in this space as well.
But picking up on Norah's question, the Associated Press says that Microsoft has emerged as a kind of internet cop by devoting considerable resources to thwarting Russian hackers. Okay, you've gone after the Russians, but what about the Chinese? And are you the first line of defense before even the government can get there?
Well, we have taken action whenever we've seen a problem. We announced action last month, and that was against a Russian group because that's where there was a problem that we saw. We've been vocal in the past with respect to other countries. I do think your broader point is an important one. I think in the world today, technology companies as a whole are the first line of defense. The security engineers who work at our company, we have 3,500 of them, are the first responders when things go wrong. It has fundamentally changed the role we need to play and really elevated the responsibility we need to fulfill.
Really interesting. Brad Smith, so great to have you here. Keep us updated on the AI and how it helps with humanitarian crisis. We appreciate it.